All right, I'm on hold. Zlatan, obviously. It's ridiculous. Zlatan, is that you, mate? Sure you are. I was just wondering, you've been managed by some top managers. I just wanted to know how I rated, Allegri, Capello, Ancelotti, Mourinho, Pep, Guardiola, some top managers. So, yeah, so how do I stack up compared to them?
Not as a manager.
No? Well, give me a chance, mate. I mean, give me a...
You don't get a chance. Maybe you get a half chance.
I'll take it. I'll take the half chance. What if I put you in today's thumbnail? Does that, bump me up a little bit, or...?
Don't put me in the picture because I cannot give you what you want.
Oh, well, I won't put you in the picture then. What if you say Zlatan? Anyway, I was just wondering, how you getting on with Harry? He's a big player. He's an important player.
He's a good football player.
He is.
But he's not able to score goals.
No.
He's useless. We don't need him.
Yeah, he's not useless. We've got 5 big games coming up. I'm going to have to rotate. It's going to be you and him. How many do you reckon you can play?
All 5.
Do you know what? Ibra, they said you were arrogant, but I didn't think this was you, and I'm getting really frustrated.
People like it or they don't like it. I don't care.
Yeah, well, I'm deciding I don't like it. So, he's gone. Let's run the intro. Get on with today. See who starts. Huh. Look, does the Champions League really matter? That's what I've been umming and ahhing about since we lost our 2 games against Valencia, since we last met. Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode of the Spurs Say with me, DoctorBenjy FM. Thank you so much for the support of the recent series. 2 uploads yesterday, another one today. We're firing on all cylinders. And again, if you've been dropping likes, thank you very much. If you've not been doing it, now's the time to start. So yeah, our last fixtures, 2 1-1s, West Ham and PSG, and we followed that up with a Liverpool game that I thought actually we'd get battered in. But the Fabinho sending off did play a factor, and we got through that 2-1. What a player Lo Celso is, by the way. Fantastic addition to this Spurs side, and yeah, I'm enjoying him a lot. So we beat Liverpool, who are having a terrific season, and that then led into this little game of wonder, didn't it? James Maddison puts 2-0 up after half an hour, and then there's a moment that happens there, viewers. I'll let you spot it. There it is. Danny Rose, 52 minutes gone, gave away a penalty. It was his second bookable offence, so got sent off, and from that moment we forgot what we were doing, and Valencia got 2. I didn't know what to do with myself. It was a panicky moment. It didn't go well, and they beat us, and that then started a little bit of a sadness for me. And then a 0-0 against Norwich away from home at Carrow Road, not particularly good from us either. 3-0 against Aston Villa though, we picked it up a little bit. ZLATAN in the goals, Son Heung-min in there as well as Davinson Sanchez. So I felt good about it until we played Valencia again, viewers, away from home this time, when they decided that they would win 3-1. And again, we felt pretty powerless. We didn't even play horrendously in the game, but beaten twice by them. And that's put our Champions League group in all sorts of peril. 4 points from 4 games. We have to beat Ludogorets, so we play in this upcoming episode, and hope that something happens that is a positive side for us between PSG and Valencia. I don't really know what I want. I don't know. I think, in theory, I want Valencia to beat PSG, and then if we beat them at the end of the qualifying stage, we'll go through. That's all I can hope for. Hopefully, Neymar decides to take a holiday back to Brazil for no reason at all. I forgot to mention as well, an away win at Newcastle, 3-1. So Premier League wise, are actually looking pretty good. In 5th position, a point behind Leicester, who are in 4th, and the top 3 are running away with it just a little bit. But Liverpool's 1 defeat this season just happened to be against us. So at least we're doing something of noteworthy this season. After the Ludogorets game, though, Manchester United, home game, big game. They're having a really poor season. 8th down there for them. I know it looks like they're okay in 8th, but actually they're massively 6 points off us already. They're out of this race for the top 4. So let's get on with it then. A big game in this Champions League group stage. Ludogorets is the side that we should be beating, and the team for this one, yeah, sure, Zlatan's up front. Have I bowed to his pressures? Sure. Lloris in goal, Aurier, Oderville, Sanchez and Rose at the back, and Ndombele and Sissoko in the centre. Maddison behind Ibra. We've got Son one side and Chiesa the other. Dele Alli back in the squad, by the way. Has played a couple of games for me, just trying to get him back to full fitness. Still 23 years of age. Got loads of potential to go into in terms of like what he can actually do for the club. So good to have him back in the side, and hopefully after injury he'll return to the best of his abilities. Him and James Maddison now potentially vying for that spot, although he can play on either side as well, especially on that left-hand side. We'll prove some competition for Son over on that side. Harry Kane on the bench with the likes of Vertonghen and Lucas Moura, so options off the bench if required. But Ludogorets, it should be routine, right? Yeah, sure, we've not done brilliantly this campaign so far, but this should be a doddle. Lo Celso is injured, so I've bigged him up, but he can't play because he's unavailable. They're playing quite a defensive style there. Wanderson will be their key man up front, you'd imagine. It feels like he's been around forever. All right then, the games begin. No messing about. The team talk was, well, it was the best I've done so far this series probably. So we'll see then, can we respond after our recent disappointments in Europe with a win here as we give the ball away almost immediately. Although Son nearly wins it back, not quite though, and continues to press but doesn't get the ball. And now the green of Ludogorets, how will they fare against the might of Tottenham Hotspur at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium? They should be overawed by this. They should be panicking. Lovely ball from Chiesa to Son, by the way. This could be our first chance to score, and we do. Son finishes it off. Lovely stuff. Not even 2 minutes on the clock, and we already lead 1-0. Lovely. That's what we're talking about. See, now we're back. We're firing. We're jiving, viewers. I look like I support Ludogorets wearing this. It's not official branding for Ludogorets, but if they are looking to get me in on the action, happy to. Good finish from Son though, and right then, so far so good. This has been the most comfortable of games so far. Maddison with a free kick from that side, whipped in. Toby's there and headed down into the arms of the goalkeeper. So far, watching this series, a lot of Spurs fans feel like this is all too familiar, so I can only apologise for that. As Ibra's on the ball, goes for goal. That bent away at the last second, didn't it? Been reading the comments as well, viewers. Some of you not too happy with my tactics, don't think my midfield is defensive enough, don't think my fullbacks are good enough, and don't really think they were capable of winning any games. So, supportive. I'm trying my best, but they're all overwhelmed. They can't handle being in my presence and my aura. So far, 10 shots, 5 on target. They've not even registered a shot on goal yet, never mind on target. We're flying, we're motoring. We're like the Harley Davidsons of the Champions League, right? Is that a good reference? I don't know anything about motorbikes. Are they still good, Harley Davidsons? Maddison on the ball now, plays it over to Sissoko, and a second goal now would be just what we're looking for. Aurier and Sissoko combine on that side. Aurier gets it back. Ibra's there, off the post. We go close. As we draw towards half-time, so far it's been comfortable, but just 20 shots. 20. That's loads of shots. You'd think we'd probably be another goal up. Bale scores for Real Madrid as well against Celtic. Maybe he'll return to Spurs one day. You've played well so far. Still room for improvement. We're 1-0 up. They've not had a shot, so we can't be too downbeat, can we? And Zlatan looks happy. Wow. I take it back. That's my best team talk. Getting any reaction out of Zlatan is impressive. For whatever reason, keeps calling me John. As Chiesa pulls it back. Are we there? Well, it's gone all the way through. You thought Son would finish it off. Zlatan was there as well. But no, it didn't find the back of the net. Of course, we could bring Harry Kane on at some point just to try and seal the deal or miss a penalty that could cost us a game. Who knows? Sassinho forward, though, for Ludogorets, who's still yet to register a shot on goal. Ball played in, cleared away. Danny Rose can't quite get to it, but he's gifted the opportunity. And now Zlatan, as that complete forward, racing forward on that left-hand side, despite the lack of pace. Maddison to Chiesa, a lovely team goal, beautifully cushioned down by Maddison, and Chiesa gets another one, 6th of the season for him, assist from Maddison. The 2 transfers of the summer combine for a lovely goal. As you can see here, Zlatan over on that side, gets the ball at his feet. Even though he's not got that much pace, does really well. Maddison with a cheeky headed knockdown, and Chiesa on the volley smashes it into the far corner. 2-0 Tottenham. Easy mode. I mean, give me the awards now. All the awards. I don't care what they are. Danny Rose. Ball over to Chiesa. As we've got a chance. I was just doing my Danny Rose song there. Hopefully you like the lyrics. As that was boring. All right, Zlatan, half an hour left. He's not the fittest these days. He's a little bit older, of course, as Harry Kane comes on. And actually, Dele Alli is going to join him. Maybe those two combining. Shadow striker Dele Alli right up behind Harry Kane. Maybe that's the way to get the best out of both of them. We'll have to wait and see. If they score now, I'm going to look like a bloody genius. All right, a chance maybe for our attacking players to showcase some ability as Chiesa goes to Dele in the centre and Ndombele back out to Aurier. He's got Kane in the centre. He's gone far post though. Son was nearly there. Dele Alli back on the ball. Finds Son. If you can find Kane, he can. Oh, Harry Kane with the finish. And they do combine in a sense. Son gets the assist, but Ali was a part of it. And Harry Kane proving that he wants to start more games. Maybe he should answer my phone call next time so I don't have to end up ringing Zlatan. Dele Alli, ball knocked down towards him. Son lays it into Harry Kane. Left-footed finish off the crossbar. We're loving those in this series. Great finish. Corner to us, played in, cleared away as far as Son Heung-min again. Can he get a ball into the centre? No, he's just passing it to the opposition in a kind, friendly manner. Kane, free kick from distance. Oh my goodness me, Harry Kane's come on. He's on for the hat-trick, 8th of the season for him. And in a dominant display against Ludogorets. Elsewhere, I think Valencia and PSG might be drawing. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to check that at the end of the game. As, 4-0 to the good. The goal difference, this is important. Come on. The problem I think we're finding here is that, no, I think PSG, as Dele Alli gets a goal, I'm just, tell you what, the managerial skilled tactician that is DoctorBenjy FM. He's on fire right now. But I was just looking at the way the scores work as this flew in from side. It's a great, is it a header from Ali? I think it is. It's a really good header at that too. It is. Into that far corner. Sensational. But no, the problem we've got is I think PSG are winning. I got a little bit confused there, which means that we then have to beat PSG, as we should have had a sixth, beat PSG and hope that Ludogorets beat Valencia. Oh no, this isn't good, viewers, by any stretch. I think we might be going into the Europa League. So, something to give Arsenal to play for. Imagine if you face Arsenal in the Europa League. That would be fun. I think we'd all enjoy that, actually. As Danny Rose, we're on for 6 here, viewers. We're on fire. Of course, coming up after this, Manchester United. So things don't get any... No, they get a lot easier, actually. Son at the back post. It's a good save. And Ludogorets are holding on at 5-0. I've made 2 changes. I probably could make more. But I guess tactically, we're on fire now. And there it is. 5-0. Convincing. Very pleased with the performance. Well done, everyone. It must be said, tactically, actually, I have made Ndombele that more defensive deep line playmaker. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's the factor, viewers. Who knows? Right, we're going to give the boys a day rest after playing that one. We get a little bit of money for the win as well. Elsewhere, then, how does the group look? So PSG were 1-0 winners over Valencia, which now means, as suspected then, we have to beat Paris Saint-Germain in Paris, who have already qualified. Maybe that'll be a factor, whereas Valencia go away to Ludogorets, and we need Ludogorets to do us a massive favour. The last time Valencia and Ludogorets faced each other, Valencia won 7-1. So, who's still in the Europa League? Arsenal topping their group, so we may well face them. ZLATAN Ibrahimovic. Now, luckily, that was on the Tuesday, and we don't play until the Sunday, so we've got lots of rest before this game against United, who have bought Delafeu. Yep, of course they have. The last time United played, they were beaten 1-0 by Manchester City, who we know are a good side, viewers. The history has told us they're very good. You can see, though, some of the games coming up are biggies. We've got Leicester and Arsenal both to play, both sides just above us in the league table. So it's going to be interesting to see how we do against those sides as well before we play PSG. So, like the run of games, I mentioned it in the intro there. It's a real tough run. This next 4 matches are going to define our season almost. Tomorrow will be Arsenal and PSG. We'll skip the Leicester one as it's in between, but we'll do Arsenal, of course, the North London derby, and then PSG and see how we get on. Hello, what's this? Sorry, Tottenham board make extra... Daniel, this is very... Daniel. This is incredibly kind. 52 million to spend. He's pumped it in there. It's almost like we've got loads of money that we could potentially spend. Thank you, Daniel. He's gone big time. He's just given us 52 million. There's a month to go before January, so maybe he's giving it to us early so we can maybe look at some potential candidates to sign. The Daniel. The Dan man. The Danatron 3000. I love him. All right, then. Manchester United coming up as we have a little flick through some of the other results in other leagues. Coventry beating Tranmere, I think it was. So big news in those lower divisions. City and Arsenal draw against each other, which might give us the opportunity to gain a little bit of ground, actually. Yeah, win today, we go to 27 points and maybe close the gap a little bit and at least leapfrog Leicester and Norwich. What's going on? Team-wise, I think, and this is going to be bold, viewers, I'm going to stick with the lineup that played, or started at least, against Ludogorets. Ibra to start against Manchester United, of course, played for them in the past. I had him on a save in the past. Ironically, I signed him before they then signed him in real life, and then it obviously happened. The same happened with Paul Pogba. Fascinating. I mean, maybe I'm predicting the future here. Will James Maddison end up at Spurs? Will Chiesa? Stay tuned to find out, to real life. Keep living and you'll find out. I don't think ZLATAN will come back, though. I've got a feeling. Lo Celso's still out injured and can't feature. A few of the other players on our sort of reserve list almost. A bit unlucky not to play. Harry Winks, Dembele, not going to make it into the squad. We've got a really strong side, though. I think that's part of it, to be fair, as we go into this one. Here we go. Ryan Sessegnon and Ben Davies both need to be on the bench. I've messed that up. But you can see the United side. Martial through the middle. Rashford on the left. Delafeu on the right. Fred, Pogba, Pereira, Shaw, Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka and De Gea in goal. Phil Jones on the bench. So, there you are. Fans of Phil Jones there. Just thought I'd get you involved for once. Basically, the family of Phil Jones. If you're watching, that was for you. All right, then. How will we do? That's the big question. As there's a highlight very early on. We scored early against Ludogorets. It set the tone. Can we do it again today? And Ndombele to Maddison. Back out to Aurier. And we're looking dangerous already. It must be said. James Maddison. Oh, I love that. What's that? What was that? Have I been affected by a pirate or something? Great finish, though, from Maddison. 5th of the season for him. Proving that Christian Eriksen was not needed here. Really well worked as well. Maddison finds a little bit of space on the edge of the box. You can see him pull away. And that strike past De Gea is sensational. So far, 1-0. Let's end it there, ref. I don't know why I was doing an owl before I decided to replicate a whistle. Ball in. Sanchez. Should have been 2. Leicester and Arsenal to come in the league. We've got to make sure we beat United, create that separation between ourselves and them. Chelsea as well, struggling a little bit this season with their transfer ban, of course. Lampard not doing as successfully as he is in real life currently, where he's doing very well. But United, first we've seen them on the ball as Deulofeu and Wan-Bissaka combine. On this side, can we stop the cross from coming in? We forced them inside, which might not be the worst thing ever. Fred, though, to Pereira, who's already done a booking as well. That's worth noting. In the midfield, Wan-Bissaka back to Deulofeu and some good football from United. Deulofeu again finds Andreas Pereira, who goes for goal. Lloris, though, makes a decent save. This will create a 9-point gap between ourselves and United. That's what we're talking about. Free kick, Maddison. That side, out of field. Oh, dear me. Son goes for it just over the bar. I'm enjoying this Spurs team. There's a lot to enjoy about it as United play quite a wide formation as Chiesa nabs it off Luke Shaw. Ball into the middle. Son's there. Son scores. Lovely stuff. He was crying for a moment there, but he's popped it in. And it's 2-0 to Manchester United. Lovely stuff. Luke Shaw, you can see on that side, gets it pinched off him from Chiesa. The press working well. And the ball in from Chiesa, by the way. Absolutely fantastic. Son, very unlucky with that first header. Left-footed though. De Gea can't react and it's 2-0. Tactically, I did change a few things around. I really should mention it in the videos. I've moved the back line slightly further forward. I say the midfield have come slightly more defensive as Pogba rattles the post as well. We just tried to change things up a little bit. I felt like we were a little bit too passive in games. We start as on positive now rather than balanced, and it seems to be giving us a little bit more energy, at least from our attacking standpoint. So far, we've seen very little from Zlatan, but he's definitely there. Wan-Bissaka brings the ball out for United and does so very, very well. The pace of him there was absolutely phenomenal. Ball played forward to Martial. Big opportunity. Not taken. As we get ever closer to half-time, we lead 2-0 and look good for it. There's going to be one more highlight, you suspect, before the end of this half. And Chiesa is found by Son. He's got a lot of work to do. So many Manchester United defenders back there, and Chiesa can't supply the finish. But 2-0, looking good. We're going to get a serve with them. Very happy with what we've seen. They all look delighted. And of course, we've still got Harry Kane to come on for Ibra with about half an hour left to go. That's going to be my new tactic, I think, as United, though, with a chance early in the second half. Rashford, Shaw, and Martial combine. Chiesa, though, he's so good, so workmanlike. Ball goes all the way back to De Gea. They've got loads of space over on that right side if they can move the ball quick enough, and they do. Deulofeu, dangerous player. I semi sort of mocked them signing him. It just seems like a bizarre signing for United to make as Andreas Pereira finds Wan-Bissaka. They've got options in the middle. They put it back to Pereira again, back to Deulofeu. They're taking their time, and wow, what a strike. Andreas Pereira there. Third goal of the season, certainly cementing himself in that United side this season for them, apparently. And yeah, a really good finish. A little bit concerning. That was a little bit too easy. Gave them far too much time on the ball. Now, Zlatan's not having his best game ever, so Harry's going to come on. Straight swap, same position, complete forward now. We were playing the advanced forward role, and they felt a little bit too detached, I felt, from the rest of the side, so that's why we've changed it. Ndombele plays the ball forward. Harry Maguire intercepts, and ever since the second half began, Manchester United have looked the more threatening, more dominant side. Luke Shaw just about keeps that in, plays it back to Marcus Rashford. He's got players lining up on the edge of the box, goes all the way to Wan-Bissaka on that side, who fires over. I think we've started positive. We're going to go to more balanced and then go towards cautious. Play on the counter-attack a little more. We'll just see. Is there going to be another goal in this game? And if there is, let's hope it goes our way. Another chance, maybe about to go our way as Luke Shaw does very, very well. Plays it out to Marcus Rashford, who, if he can get past Aurier, has got some space to move into. Finds Deulofeu across the other side of the pitch. Fantastic from Danny Rose, though. Wins it back, feeds it to Ndombele, who plays for Chiesa in fantastically. He's got a chance. Can he get it past the keeper? De Gea. That was struck with some velocity, and it was a decent save. Corners to be played in, though. It's going to be Chiesa to do so. Pogba clears, and it looks like this highlight might be over. I mean, Chiesa gets the ball in. Kane's there. The highlight wasn't over. To become more defensive, they've got a free kick. 15 minutes to go. I've put it on defensive at the wrong time. We'll go back to positive, in fact. We might as well. And as the home side, 2-2. United are back. It's Harry Maguire with the goal. Disaster, viewers. Absolute disaster. And we've seen it before, and I'm getting Valencia flashbacks. We've not had a man sent off, but we're 2-0 up. I'll show you pre-Ludogorets. We were 2-0 up against them. Danny Rose got sent off, and we absolutely capitulated. And it seems as if, in this game, it might go the same way. Juan Mata, Deulofeu. Luis keeps it level. I am nervous. Corner, played in. McTominay, oh my god, nearly went in. 7 minutes of normal time remaining. Sissoko on it. Can we find a way back in? I say back into the lead. As our midfield looked quite composed under a little bit of pressure. Sissoko, what a run. That would have been outrageous. You've got to feel like there's going to be a winner, and I've got no idea who's going to get it. With pace like that, though, Chiesa might be the man to supply it. He goes on his own, finds the number 8. Is he going to play it out wide? You've got to give it. He does do. Aurier in a little bit of space, goes for it, hits the post. We're not there to capitalise on the rebound. We're into added time. It looks like it's going to end 2-2 as the time whistles away. We keep our 6-point gap ahead of Manchester United, but it isn't what we wanted to see. A big shame, actually. We've bottled it a little bit, haven't we, viewers? I guess so. You take ZLATAN off, look what happens. Well, there we are. End of the game. I'm going to say they're unlucky, which I don't necessarily think is true, but I think morale-wise, we're actually on a little bit of a decent run. So, still into fourth. We do leapfrog Leicester and Norwich due to our goal difference, although our record identical to Leicester, and that's who we play next. But that's not who we'll face next in the episodes. Arsenal and PSG just after that. Should be exciting. Oh, very frustrating. Never mind. If you enjoyed today's episode, please do drop a like on it. If you want to see some more, make sure you subscribed. And again, thank you for the support on the FM20 content. We'll be back again tomorrow, 5 p.m. for more. We love you with care. From it's been until next time. Goodbye. We're bottling it big time.